Oh, hello. Very sad occasion. So we're down in Bondi Junction, and this is the um, Oxford Street Mall across the road there from Westfield. So it's a very sad day. This is the normal mall, and up there, that big building, that's Westfield, or part of it, and the one behind it. And up here, we've got all the usual things going on. I've got the police sitting over here. He's Mr. Hominoid Beard, which I actually finally shaved off today. Anyway, let's get back to the story. Okay, so apparently the guy was wearing a green football guernsey, and it was the Australian. It was the Australian League group. Sorry, it's my bag. I had to tuck it up. We've got people standing here watching, and I think they're all just sort of trying to come to terms with what happened. But then again, there's some people that are just walking past as if nothing happened. Take you up here and I'll give you a look at the crowd. Now, I'm usually not the one sort of person that does all these sorts of um, live streams of something horrible. And I'd rather do something nicer. Be careful where I walk and what I say behind somebody. So, it's obviously a grieving family member. And we've got all the media over that side. It's been strategically placed. We've got ABC, Channel 7, Channel 9 and 10. ABC way over there in the back. Obviously, it's a time of remembrance. Nobody's really talking except the family amongst the family. Obviously, one brother holding on to the other brother. Obviously, everyday citizens wanting to drop off flowers. The Rangers turning it round there for the media. If you're from overseas, a ranger is the equivalent to American sheriff, but he controls the parks and works for a council, not for the government. Well, government gets paid for it. Sorry, council gets paid by the government, but he works for the council. It's a lot different over here in Australia. This is what's hit mainly. If this was America or another country where people were allowed to walk around concealing weapons, this guy would have been shot after the first person even got injured. But in Australia, we've already had our massacre down there in Tasmania 30 odd years ago. And we decided we'd take a chance and no guns. Sorry to say, I still stand by it. This guy did not have a gun. He had a very big knife. But unfortunately, as one person stood up against him on the escalator, a lot of other people ran because they had no idea about self-defense or probably felt, oh, hell, I'm just getting out of here, and ran. And then a female police officer entered the situation. She came out of a store, I believe. We won't know all the correct details until maybe weeks, maybe months. But she then shot the man dead. I love it when they stand in front of the camera. He's obviously not part of the grieving family. He's just a camera guy. Soon should have more family members approaching, I would presume. Some people got name tags on their shirts for some reason. I'm just trying to squeeze in. That's actually a Jewish policeman or Jewish. When I said with the grey beard, it's Mr. Hominoid. I'm a YouTuber here in Australia. Anyone, anywhere, anytime, anything. I travel all around the east coast of Australia. If you're interested in my channel after viewing this, please like, share, and subscribe. Like, I know it's not appropriate time to say it, but that's what YouTubers do. We've got to get subscriptions, and that's how we pay for this. Cameras and expenses getting here. I myself have travelled 100 kilometres. I also did the story on the disappearing Belgian backpacker, Theo Hayes from Belgium, who disappeared at Byron Bay. And 6 months after I worked out what had happened, after talking to the private investigator, Channel 9 Eyewitness News decided to copy my story word for word. And that's what they did. I'm just going to see if I can get around and get out of that sun and get a front view. Thanks, Bozo. Didn't matter. He just walked up there, just running around. Get up and say. He's you what he said? He said, hello. Australian police are not like any other police you've ever met. They're not American, obviously. Not having to go to America, don't get me wrong. We have our police are all trained at the One Academy. All police are paid by the state government. All the police are going to answer the rules and regulations and a commission. They don't and are not run by the town councils, and they're not elected by town councils, and they're not anything else, but they are run by the government. And therefore then corruption gets wiped out, because that's what they do. And we had very bad police over here many years ago, and now a lot of that is gone. Now we've got, I don't know who that is. And of course he's going to stand right in the middle. So good of it. Hey guys, can I get a shot of the thing, please? I mean, look, lovely live streaming over all around the world. Thank you. Hi, Chris. Hi, Chris. Chris, a friend of mine in northern New South Wales, probably has schizophrenia. or schizophrenic. I'm trying to look on a small phone screen. If you'd like to join in on the chat, anybody around the world, don't be embarrassed. There's a description on the link in the chat room, public chat room. Click on that with your mobile phone or your computer, and it will come up on the bottom of my screen. And if you want to come in and talk slowly and clearly, because you can remember everybody around the world, there's over 101 people listening to this very moment. I thank you all for sharing this moment of sorrow and grief. No, you're right. Come in, mate. Come in. Whereabouts are you from?
I'm from Belgium.
Oh, you're from Belgium. I did the story on the guy from Belgium, Theo Hayes. You remember him, the backpacker disappeared at Byron Bay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I did him
Oh,
with the private investigator. I'll talk to you about it later.
yeah, no problem.
All right. Well, there we go. We've got another gentleman here from Belgium. So he remembered. Theo Hayes. That was a big story over there in Belgium. Write me a comment. Anybody want to hear about it while I'm standing here watching? I think this might be our anchor people. This might be the TV. Yes, it is. TV anchor people. We've got condolences messages over there, which is a again, somebody's got to walk in front of the camera. Yeah, that's condolences. Yes, it's a variety. We've got, I'm going to, not racist, but I have a guess by the haircuts, beard and shaved heads, Muslim, Lebanese, Italians, Chinese, uh, my worldly experiences, Korean. Let's just say every nationality, Indian, everybody's here. I think absolutely everybody is affected. And we've got some guy there. I think I've really put myself in the wrong spot here. Just got a comment. Do you want me to move or interested in seeing how the media get hooked up? I don't know what they're going to announce or whenever they're going to announce anything. It has been over 24 hours since the attack. The man was shot 24 hours ago by the policewoman. Obviously, all deceased parties have been removed, and it is a crime scene. So what I'll do now, when these buses disappear, I cannot walk across the road. It is a crime scene, but I will try to explain to you the geography of it. And that might help explain what people say, why weren't the police in there all the time, or all these sorts of questions. I always feel on my channel when I do anything, anywhere, anytime for anyone, being there is much more clarifying than trying to see it in your mind through a phone conversation. Like if I said to you, can you fix my car? You'd be sitting there saying, what are you talking about? But when you put it in front of your face and you look at it, your brain diagnoses it better. And I hope I get a nice comment regarding that. Right, okay. Well, nobody seems to be talking. Media is stirring by the look of it. Oh, she's Channel 9. I can't hardly hear what she's saying because she's got a microphone on a pedal, and the crowd noise in the background is, to me, is deafening her out, or blocking her out. So she's about to obviously read the story or something or say something. She's probably going to say about the same thing as me. There's nothing new has come in. Because as I just said, there is no deceased person here. And next one. I think it's always nice to show the people do care. They bring their dog. There's a strap. That's the media. That's the ABC guy. And that's the ABC woman. And that's all their camera crews, their little trolleys. Now, this here is the name of the road. I can't think of it. Anyway, it's buses only up through there. And through here, it is buses only. For environmentalists watching this, our buses in Sydney, Australia, a lot of them run on LPG gas, not dieseline. Right. Just sort of drop that in there. That down there is the Bondi Junction railway station underground down below. I'm trying to explain, because nobody's commenting to me, how this sort of, why it took so long for police to get there. So people come in by train to here and it stops there. Then you have the massive Westfield. Now, this is still Oxford Street over there, but back in 1990, they blocked it off to public cars and as buses only, not even taxis. But that there is the usual, was the cab rank. It looks like they moved that. Looks like they're, cab rank's over there now. Right, okay. I was a Sydney cab driver for 20 years, so my knowledge of Sydney streets and places is, let's just say, highly qualified. You drive a cab in the city for 20 years, not many streets and laneways you don't know. And this is why I'm trying to explain it as a cab driver point of view. As you know, you could drive down the road in your hometown and you wouldn't even know a certain shop was there. Well, me, I had to go to all these shops, pick up from there, drop off from there, whatever. Anyway, so about 1980, they took the cars out of there, made it buses only either way. And then look at that big walkway up the top. Apparently, it happened in this building. Halfway through it, which would be about the distance of where that police van is. So it wasn't at the front of it, but he did start from out the front. It's the sort of picture I'm getting. I haven't heard all the bullets. I could see all these different versions of what they say, what happened. And I wasn't here. I didn't see it. So I don't know. And I'm not going to say something I don't know anything about. But the police had to respond through a bus road, and a bus road. And up the other end, it's the same thing again. It's bus roads. There's no cars. And all the people have to walk in. So obviously, you got to try and picture it. All these people are running out onto the road around buses, and the police cars are trying to get past buses, not cars. So obviously, it's harder to move a bus out of the road. Sorry, I just paused. I was just watching what was going on. It is a beautiful day, as you can tell. I don't know what the hell they're doing in there. Lady, come on. Just walking around, the policeman over there is looking, but uh, Oh, something. Anybody got a question for me? If you can use your phone, go to YouTube, Mr. Hominoid, give me a comment. I'd love to get one. Get a question. I'd love it. Please, I'm dying in the butt. Say. Oh, hang on. I've got something going on over there. I've got a cameraman stand up on the top. Yes, that guy said typical Australian language. He said this is fucking bad. In Australia, the word fucking is not a swear word. It is a word of expression. So if you're from overseas, if an Australian says to you, oh, that's fucking good, it's not swearing. Yes, it's been through the courts. Did you know somebody in there?
Directly with our son away from him having a haircut.
Your son was 10 metres away, having a haircut.
Having a haircut.
And what, he seen him run past or something? Or?
He was in the Barbarians.
Oh, are you the son?
No, my youngest son.
Oh.
He's at Homestead. So he was literally down as escalators.
So-
below, that's where.
Oh, right. So the guy was on the escalator and your brother was underneath the escalator.
3 meters away.
Right. That is close. It really brings it back to home, doesn't it? Sorry, say that again?
There's videos of blood everywhere because one of the victims who was stabbed went in that room and they were all kind of taken.
Yeah, I believe that. Something's happening. Sorry. Oh, this is the Premier of New South Wales. And that's the Prime Minister. Anthony Albanese, and that big guy there. And that guy over there is the security. And of course, I'm just being up there. Sorry. So we have the New South Wales Premier and the Australian Prime Minister here right now. That's the Australian Premier, New South Wales Premier. And Mr. Albanese, back to us. It's just always a camera people. Isn't that right? Yeah, but I mean, they always put their back to us. Now I know where the terminology media frenzy comes from. He's a security. Jesus, talking about get pushed out of the road. I think it is staying very calm, but I think a few people are getting a bit. I know, Premier. Yeah, that's Lime Street. Yeah, look, 100 and something people around the world. Oh, well. There you are. You're going all around the world, mate. He's trying to be nice. The problem is you can't hear them. Chris. Oh, Chris. I couldn't even think of his name. Look at a blank. Chris what? Oh, I'm shocked. I don't even remember our own premier's last name. What's Chris's last name? Yeah, you can't remember either. Oh, this is shocking. Bunch of Australians in New South Wales who don't remember our premier's name. Chris, Mins, that's it. Mins. I knew if I had a blank spot, I just couldn't. Mins, Mins, Chris Mins. And Anthony Albanese. Albanese, Albanese, that's Greek. Albanese, Greek. Yeah, five or 10 generations ago, yeah. Yeah, I know he's a real Aussie. Marrickville, southwestern Sydney suburb, Marrickville. Went to public school, single parent mother, looked after him, single child. And he fought his way all the way through politics all his life. And he was this is pushing my knowledge, isn't it, Mr. Albanese? He was the minister under Labor in power 2 or 3 sessions ago, and he was in charge of the Melbourne to Brisbane rail link going inland Australia. It's called the Australian Inland Railway Link. And he was in charge of that. And then change of leaderships, and now he's a Prime Minister. And the rail link still hasn't finished. No idea of that. Just talking a bit while I was here. We can't hear them. That he was supposed to design a rail freight corridor from Melbourne to Queensland, Melbourne and Brisbane, and it still isn't finished. Right, now we'll get shuffled. That's the Prime Minister's entourage, all his security guards. Now they're chasing him like hell. He's doing a brisk walk. Anybody around the woods? No, I had a broken foot. And it's only, I don't know if he's going to go into the thing or he's just going to leave in his car. But everybody seems to be running. I think they just love him. And the garbage truck cut him off. Oh, that was great. Oh, that's going to be a classic on the video clips. The Prime Minister went across the road and the garbage truck cut him off. Oh, great. I don't know what's going on. Everybody's... Okay. Oh, I think I just worked out what's going on. He's walking into side street, which is East, EASTS, East Football Club. And I think he's going to be in there to address people. See, we even have allocated cycleways. Some of the rich and famous, I suppose. A lot of wealthy families around here. Prime Minister's, yep, he's definitely gone into the East Football Club. That great big thing over there, probably going to address the members, family members. And that's about the end of him. Where the Premier disappeared to, I have no idea. 10 or 9. This up here is still Westfield. And there's an entrance over there. There's a policeman over there, obviously blocking the doors. And it's even on Google Maps. Westfield, Bondi Junction, temporarily closed. Well, as they say, life goes on. So you can tell by the amount of police officers. He's the Prime Minister's personal bodyguard or a detective. I'd say he's federal because he's got a out-of-state number plate. He's got a Victorian, which is a white plate with blue letters. New South Wales has a yellow plate with black letters. It's their way of knowing. Yes, they have the guns, the tasers, obviously 2 ray radios, handcuffs, and they don't discriminate what size you are. And the 5'4" policeman. Interesting. I've never seen one that short before. If you go out in the Australian country bush, most policemen out there are 6'2". It's a bit of excitement. By mates, if any of you wants to come in, we also have a thing on our bus windows so people can't look in and see you, but you can look out and see them. For all the advertising. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel if you like. I know you've probably heard that a million times on all the other YouTubers, but I've only recently just hit 1,000 subscribers and it's taken me approximately 5 years to get there. So virtually on my 5th birthday, I made 1,000. And I originally started out doing train tracks and disused railway lines throughout the state of New South Wales. And here I am now doing this story. So the world of YouTubing, you never know where you're going to end up. There's a lot more people there now on the live stream. Sorry, Ben. I'm right in front of his camera now. I'm doing it. Yes, they're all the. Oh, that's a bright light on you. I don't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, still a lot of people here. People coming in. Just get in the shade for a minute. I don't know where that father went. He might have moved on. He's going to find out a bit more about his son being underneath the ramp. When the killer was standing on the ramp, his son was underneath in the hairdressers. We've got extra people now on the channel. And they won't know what I'm talking about. Right, when the murderer was running up and down the thing with a knife and the guy held him off there with a bollard, this gentleman's son apparently was underneath the ramp having a haircut. It's, like when they have the escalators and they've got that big gap underneath and they put some sort of shop in there. Apparently his son was in there. So he was right above him. Yeah, I think she's lost somebody with tears in her eyes. She's all puckered up. Not puckered up, puffed up. Sorry, but sometimes to get the wrong words. They're so close together, and the Australian language and English language do conflict. And then when we try to convert them to American, like you have inches in America, we have centimetres. You have pounds, we have kilograms. Salvation Army, they do a great thing. They just lend moral support. Salvation Army Australia, I'll give them a plug. Even though I don't get paid for it, they help a lot of families, food, housing, telephone money in their mobile phones, meals, flood relief, fire, all that sort of thing. We have our major fire dramas over here. I covered the 2018 bushfires way down on my channel several years back. I've got over 3,000 videos, so be way down there. And I covered between Lithgow to the top of the Blue Mountains at Kurrajong Heights. And there was not a tree or blade of grass that was untouched. In fact, there was no grass. And that was horrible. It actually come up to the back door of my brother's house. So, yes, I got very close and personal with that bushfire. That's the one that went down from Queensland, down through New South Wales, into Victoria, across to South Australia, and over into Kangaroo Island. And it killed all the kangaroos and koalas over there because that's where the protected koalas are. They keep them away from the viruses. They put them on an island. Well, they even caught fire out there because there's so many hot ashes that went across the ocean and set the island on fire. Yes, we got a bit of a collection of flowers. Now, I've never tried this before. I'm going to try and get my camera to zoom in. So do not leave me if I drop out. I will be straight back in. Oh, two. Oh, look, they never stop. I even done it to somebody down there and I didn't even realise it. Oh, sorry, mate, I'm being a hypocrite. I'm still doing media and live coverage, so I'll be letting it. Well, I'm live streaming around the world. That's still me. I should be allowed in. Go down, have a quick look. Rest in peace, never forgotten, sweetheart, Flores. What do we have? Geranium, roses, red roses, a lot of red roses. Is that who I think it is? The Wiggles. I'm the representative of the Wiggles. Must be a family member of the Wiggles. It's the Wiggles. Sorry about that. That cracking noise you can hear is a can of drink. It is not gunfire. No, it's cracking.
So I do this
See, it's
discreetly as possible.
a can of drink, not a gun. Right? Yes, he's a Pepsi man. He's not a Coke man.
Didn't have any Coke actually, unfortunately.
Don't say that. You've got to be a
But
Pepsi
I'm a
supporter,
Pepsi
mate,
man.
and drink the Bundy rum with it. Bundaberg rum. If you're from overseas, you don't know what Bundaberg rum is. It's a town called Bundaberg in Queensland, surrounded by sugar cane, and they make rum, and it's called the Bundy Bear, and it's got a white polar bear. And people don't realise that white polar bear is what they call the drop bear joke. Come out to Australia, watch out for the drop bears. Well, that's what it is. A drop of Bundy rum will put you to sleep. And Bundy rum puts you to sleep. So that's where the joke drop bear come from. And then of course the backpackers come out here and they go and said, "Oh, go and have a bit of drop bear." No, I didn't. I was here.
Oh, you were here. I was going to tell you. Sorry. It was pretty, yeah.
No, I even followed him up there.
Oh,
Yeah. And the joke originally started when I was driving interstate after I finished in cabs for a little bit. And there was a bunch of backpackers and they kept saying different things about Australia. And I said, "Well, you got to have a drop of the bear, mate." And they said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Drop of the Bundy Bear." And we showed them a bottle of Bundaberg rum. And Google it on your phone or on your computer and you'll see it's got a big white polar bear. Well, then, of course, they said drop of the bear, and of course, then it turned into drop bear, and then it come out, drop bears fall out of the tree and eat you. It's not. It's Bundaberg rum. That's what a drop bear is. So let Mr. Hominoid be the first person in Australia to correct you who lived through the time when the joke was started. Not this younger generation. I'm over 60. So, yes, I was around in my 20s. And Bundaberg rum come onto the scene as a great drink. So if there's anybody like to come in on the chat room and have a chat, by all means. There was a link on the description. Where's my bag gone to?
No.
Oh, nobody's going to touch it. This is a screaming. Something going on. Oh, NRL, the football group, up around the corner there at East. Must have scored a goal or something. You could hear it down here from the club. Australians are crazy about their rugby. Let's go for a walk through the back of the crowd up here. Looks like even the police are moving in. If we just go for a walk up there to see what's going on. Police are walking up there. Something must have. I think it might be a bit of a security threat because the Prime Minister is up there. And I don't think they're going to like stuff like that going on. It's another. I love some of these haircuts we've got over here now, like in the eastern suburbs, compared to the western suburbs. Oh, is that Prime Minister? Hang on. Now that's his security guard. I'll get you a bigger picture. Hang on. Yeah, Chris, I've got over 180 people on the screen, mate. I think it's 180. Just stuck across. We'll see what's going on. Oh, that used to be a pub, and now it's a medical centre. As you can see, I have no idea what's. Oh, he's gone into the medical centre. I went past the door, and I think the Prime Minister is inside the medical centre talking to the people that would have assisted. So you got the main police out here, and this big lady here again, and she's got something to do with something. I don't know what.
Oh, yeah.
A whole bunch of police in there. I'm not really going to try. And here's his federal guy. That's two federal police. Because if you remember correctly, they were standing up there right behind the Prime Minister. So I'd say they put him indoors, and that's why they're yelling. And they probably took him in there to get away from the public. Because obviously he's going to cop an ear bashing. Why didn't your government do something to prevent this? Now, I don't know if you agree with this. My personal opinion is, how could a Prime Minister or a President of a country going to know when some idiot is going to go around and stab people or shoot them? You're asking him to be a clairvoyant. You know, you can't blame your Prime Minister or President or dictator. I mean, even Putin, you couldn't even blame him. Even though he'd probably cause it, but still. Anyway, we'll get back in here. Sam again. Gonna try and get the sun out of the view. Sorry, I don't know why my camera is dropping in and out. I think it's something to do with it. Got the sun on me. I'll go around the other way. So we have, stand here, I can sort of show you. So you get the police car there, control thing there, there's the walkway up there. He was in that right-hand building over there. So fair way in, I believe. And that's usually a two-way bus road. Same as this here, the bus road. Since out there, no entry, buses and taxis only. So, yeah, but I will admit they did get here pretty quick. What's going on there? Same here. These are two famous news reporters. I don't personally watch them myself. All right. I think I just put myself on camera. Sorry, if you don't know me, Hominoid likes to have a bit of fun with other camera crews. One of my videos has a YouTuber trying to make a video in George Street, Sydney, pushing a wheelbarrow with potatoes in it. And when he turned around the camera and faced me, he then realised I was filming him with his guy pushing the wheelbarrow full of potatoes. Well, the video went viral, and then people realised with me wearing my Mr. Hominoid t-shirt, it was me across the road. That's that for a shortcut for stardom. Is that vision your brain? You film a YouTuber with a big camera like that, filming a guy with potatoes and a wheelbarrow crossing George Street, Sydney, one of the main streets. And I filmed him. And when he put the camera on me like that, he then zoomed in on me. And I said, thank you, because I have my own logo. Mr. Hominoid. He very graciously and oh, she's Jewish. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back and do a bit of a chat. Got 169 people. I thank you all around the world, wherever you are, for joining in. No, I don't know if she. I think she might be another YouTuber.
Please don't pass through there.
Righto.
Yeah, thank you.
I think she's live streaming too. Yeah, she is. Yeah, that wasn't a policeman. That was just a ranger from the council. Because they cut through the cameras and then I took photos of the flowers. But he doesn't realise media is media. I mean, who else? Anybody here? Is anybody wearing a media pass? No. This I dress a bit tidier than what she does. Yeah, Rangers. I'm just a guy who's getting a bit of power of authority. Anyway, isn't that what you always get around the world? Some blokes are deadbeat in the town, he comes a sheriff or a policeman, and he comes back and he says, look at me, I'm tough now. That's why I like the old policemen. They're over that. Anyway, let's have a see and get a zoom in on the flowers. If you want to come in on the chat, by all means, you can. Uh-oh. What's happened here? That's better. Sorry about that. I accidentally bumped reverse image. This is something I wanted to do. I still won't take one photo of me. You take a photo of everybody else. What about me? Okay, righto. Everybody around the world, let's leave our condolences. Any comments from anybody? I'm not really ever going to do this one. So come up on the chat now and I'll put your name on the condolences list over here. So if you are in America, Germany, France, anywhere, give me a text now on the screen, and I will put it on the condolences, whatever you write, whoever from, where from. I'll be here for a couple of minutes. Yeah, thank Chris. Yeah, Chris Mins. Well, you know Chris because your name's Chris. Chris Mins. Chris Mins, M-I-N-N-S, is the New South Wales Premier. This guy here, can't you want to talk in the ear? How are you? I've got a live stream going. Apparently, I've got 172 people. So if they want to write a condolence, can I write it on there if they send it to me?
They can. It basically goes through the barcode, so it's a web form that goes through the
Right,
government
okay.
website.
So
they
I can give it to them?
or just even just put the link to the different customer.
All right, so in other words, let them
Goes
film
to
that. Right, that's an easier way than do it. There we go. Okay, so what you do, I'm going to hold the camera on the barcode. I have to get my setting right. And the same guy is giving me a look. I think he just realised he made a blunder in it. So here is the barcode. Righto. That takes care of that one. Thank you very much, love. Thank you for that. Lou. Thank you. No, that's all right.
Sorry.
Thanks for that. Yeah,
You're very welcome.
yeah. Well, as you can see, there's a.
Where are you live streaming?
I'm here, right here, from me.
And from on YouTube, you mean?
Yeah,
Or,
YouTube,
okay.
Twitter, and Facebook all at once.
Geez, you're more
I'm up there with Mr. Beast and his little thing in America,
Oh, okay.
but I don't do his silly games and. See, Mr. Beast in America calls
Yeah.
himself Mr. Beast,
Right.
but
Yes.
I've got a picture of a beast
Oh, okay.
called Mr. Hominoid, which is a hominid, which is what him, you, me, and all of us are, hominids. So I'm Mr. Human, but he calls himself Mr. Beast. He's saying he's an animal. And he actually offered to buy my logo. And I said, no. I said, why didn't you think of it? If you're so smart, why didn't you get a beast and call yourself what a beast is? A hominoid. See, he missed a shot. Yeah. And he thought he was smart, but took an Aussie to kick the Americans' butt. No worries. And by the way, yeah, I sell these too. But I actually do that in gold, and I put your name on it. Yeah, there's a guy over in America. I sent him one over, and he done a whole video on it. He said, I love my T-shirt. Look at it. And I sent his wife over one. She loved it too. So, yeah, I do things like that. Anyway, do you know what else is going to happen today? Like Prime Minister's been, Premier's been. It's just people dropping in.
You know is what I know.
Yeah, we don't know who wants to come in. I don't know if he wants to talk to me or shoot me.
Not at all.
Yeah. Well, they had a thing about YouTubers with cameras and that. It's still the media, the same as the press, but we just don't have all their camera gear. We have our own personal customers, which is actually, when you think about it, it's like Telegraph now, the newspaper, the Mirror. They don't sell them out the street anymore. You've got to subscribe to them. That's exactly what they do to us. And that's what they said, well, you're the same now as a newspaper because you don't buy newspapers. They subscribe to it, get it on their phone, which is what I do. Yeah, which I think is easy. So, do you want to say hello? 170. Nah, come.
Thank you very much.
How about, you want to say hello? Just give him a thumbs up. There you go. He's not going to bite me anymore. No, that's all right. A lot of security councils all don't realise that with media, even you are in the media. Because if you pick up a phone And if you just record it, that's personal. But if you live stream it, you're Channel 9, Channel 7. See? That's called diplomacy. Anyway, anybody else out there want to come in? I hope nobody's going to eat my takeaway dinner. Okay, let's go for a walk around and actually I'm going to write one in myself. Can I get you to hold that for me without
No,
touch?
I'm sorry,
No.
I can't. You can just leave it.
Actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just borrow that. That'll do. All right. Here you go. It's a change page. That's a culture page.
Thanks.
Build it up. Yeah, there we go. So what I wrote on it was, me, Mr. Hominoid, and all my subscribers, deeper sympathy to the families and the victims of this tragic event. And I said all my subscribers from around the world. So I actually wrote that on it, my subscribers from around the world. So if you do subscribe for me before or after this, that's fine. But that's what I wrote. I wrote Mr. Hominoid YouTube. So I'm not putting my personal name, I'm just putting YouTube up because this is all YouTube. Oh, I don't have any dream counselling, or is he just hungry? Is that Chris Ming? That might be the Premier. No, it can't be. I don't know if that's the New South Wales Premier. Is that the Premier over there? Mr. Menz, you got a camera.
No, I'm not Mr. Mintz.
Oh, geez, you look like him.
I'm the one who wants to be Mr. Mintz. I'm the opposition leader. I'm after his job, but I'm not him.
All right, there you go, Mr. Hominoid YouTube.
Mark Speaker. Speak man.
Speak man.
Yeah, I'm the.
Well, that's like me on YouTube. Speak man, speak. Oh, don't worry, I'll tell you my personal name off it.
What a stone. Japanese.
No, it's
Oh, okay.
when I went to school.
Yeah.
That's why I don't ever put it on camera.
Yeah, well,
That's what I
you can
got
play
from
on that word. Now I'm just going to give Mr. Speaker a bit of a briefing. So,
All right.
take it.
Right. Well, I thought that was a premier. He looks just like him. It's the opposition leader, Mr. Speakman. I've never heard of him, never met him. And he's a Liberal. And at the moment it's Labor in government. I wonder why you never put him. Yes, the opposition leader looks like the premier, doesn't he? I thought it was him. Your girlfriend. Right. Chris, what did you say? Put my name down. I did, Chris. I said everybody. Chris is a good friend of mine. He's way up in a country town in northern New South Wales before the Queensland border called, get ready for it, if you're somewhere around the world, you never heard of it, Murwillumbah. You said, what? Yeah, Murwillumbah. Murwillumbah. And it means land of the possum in Aboriginal English, and in Aboriginal dialect, it means come sit by my campfire. So if you walked up to me and I was a black Aboriginal and you're an Aboriginal, I'd say, Murwillumbah. And that's what it means. Come sit by my campfire. I'd say, yeah, Murwillumbah. And you'd have a seat. Yes, anything, anywhere, anytime, anybody, Mr. Hominoid, helping others and covering stories. So if you want to learn things about Australia you never heard of, you write me an email, mrhominoid@gmail.com, and I will answer your questions. I cover everything from railways, highways, history, water, movement, regarding, say, Theo Hayes, who drowned at Byron Bay, and they all said he's missing. He was a missing Belgian backpacker back in 2018. I think it was the 31st of June or 31st of July, of memory. Just after midnight, he went in for, well, people don't know, they speculate, but he left his phone and his clothes down by the water on the beach, halfway down the beach, and never seen again. I personally spent over $2,000 of my own money going there researching it, and I've done 7 stories on it. When I first went into what happened, until I met Ken, the private investigator, who was involved with it, who also was on a 60 Minutes TV show. And then he said to me, how'd I go on that? And I said, good. And I said, there's more to this. And he said, yeah, I know. And then we still kept probing. And then later on, when I did my final story on it, I said what I thought would happen. And 6 months later, the same woman from 60 Minutes, along with Gary Jubilant, the disgraced former police detective who got New South Wales police sued for over $1 million for illegally recording a conversation during a criminal case regarding a missing child. Gary Jubilant then walked up there and reenacted exactly where I said where Theo went. And then they posted on the news, and it was word for word what I previously posted 6 months before their story. So us little YouTubers, we don't get, and we don't have the power to go against the big boys. But if you want to look it up, it's Mr. Hominoid, but a year or so back, go way back and just type in or Google Theo Hayes, you see Mr. Hominoid, and there's a whole bunch of stories. You've got to get back to the first one where I'm sitting at my computer in an office room, and I was new at YouTube, and I was new at using a computer. Yes, I'm 60-something years old, and I put myself to school. And then I realised nobody worked out the tide. Yes, the police, the media, nobody thought about the tide level when he disappeared. And that's exactly what 60 Minutes said on their missing persons show. Isn't it marvellous? How many people out there you know have had their pictures from their photo used in the media and you don't even get your name on it? Did you know somebody?
Yeah, my friend's mum got stabbed yesterday.
Is she alive or?
Yeah, she made it. Thank God. It's so sad. You wouldn't even think about it. It's Bondi.
Yeah, I know. Do you want to say hello? Hang on. Where am I? Settings. I'm doing a live stream. You want to say hello, everybody around the world?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, what's your name?
Levi.
Levi. Where are we? There you go, Levi. You're about to be on camera. Hang on. I've got to. Can't see with the. All right, Levi, tell your story.
Hey guys, my name's Levi Lobel. I was here yesterday. Got a lot of videos of what happened. My friend's mum sadly did get stabbed. It's just crazy. You wouldn't think about it. It's Bondi. You know, it's not the first thing comes to mind. But what can we do? Let's just send our love to everyone, and hopefully it gets better.
Well said.
Thank you.
Anybody want to give Levi a comment? He's here now. Or if you want to come in and talk to Levi, there is a link on the top of the chat and you can click on that. So if you want to come in, by all means, it's done. No, YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Wow. Yeah, it's a bit crazy what's going on right now. If you can get down here, bring some flowers, that'd be nice. Help support everyone that's going through a tough
Get your
time.
face out of the sun. Right.
Hey,
No, the
guys.
sun was
Oh.
behind it. Yeah, there you go. There's the good bit.
How many people do you have? Wow. Jeez, that's crazy.
And you never heard of me. Yeah, I know.
Really?
I'm the bush guy.
You're the bush guy. How do I follow you?
There we go. Look, you're looking at the name on the. There you go. Look, he's even subscribing now.
Yeah.
What tragedy to get it. What? This is horrible. I mean, you've got to go through a tragedy to get a subscriber. I mean, that's you make me feel so bad. I didn't plan it. I promise. I didn't plan it. No.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
What do I look up?
Look.
The bush guy.
Mr.
Mr.
HOMINOID. Here I am.
This one?
Big Blue Monster.
Oh, this one.
No.
Oh shit, I'm wrong one.
Don't take I shit on camera. Somebody might get it.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's YouTube. It's not the media. It's not the free media.
I'll find it.
Ah.
Here,
you hold the camera. I'll try and let a blind old man teach it. How old are you?
I'm 19.
Oh God, what are we going to do here? Mr. HOMINOID. Search. Big Blue Monster.
There he is. All right.
Now watch. Here you go. And that goes on. Hit the bell. Yes. Yes. Right. Now, you want to see yourself?
Oh my gosh. All right.
Sorry, I just killed your button.
That's all right. Thanks.
So that's all right. So what's happened? Oh, hang on. I'll turn the camera back around. Something's going on.
All the news.
Settings. This takes me a minute, people. I got to go into. I should have my other camera, but somebody stole it. And
No.
hey,
How did it come from?
believe it or not, it wasn't a burglar. It was a housemate,
No.
and he moved to Queensland.
And he took it with him.
No, he sold it to get his pay for his way.
Oh,
Yeah. He probably only got $50 for it, but it was an $800 camera. But anyway, it doesn't matter, so that's why I'm going to use this. So anyway, Mr. Hominoid, so yeah, I have to get another camera. So if anybody wants to donate to help me get another big, normal, better camera, there's actually a paid link. Hominoids, HOMINOIDS, Australia at gmail.com on Paylink, and that will go directly to my camera account. And so far, I've personally put $10 in it so far. I only started it yesterday, but I gave myself $10. So don't say I don't try. And that's what you get when you help out somebody you know for 30 years, mate. And I'm 63. And though actually no, 20 years, because he's 40.
Well, trust is hard to get, you know. I mean,
Well, it's even
that's
harder
off.
when it's somebody that you've known for 20 years and you always stuck up for them. And like as my YouTube channel says, I help other people. I'm anywhere, for anywhere, anyone, anything, anytime, any place. I'm there. I help.
Good.
And then I even go out to the free food places, and sometimes you see a homeless person getting a free meal and they still sit there depressed. I said, what's the matter? He said, I just want to get a pair of socks. They didn't have any of their size. So I'd say, all right, what size are you? Show me your foot. I said, oh, you're size 13. They say, yeah. So I, with a crippled leg and a, yeah, you can name it, my artificial knee, right? I walk and I go get them a pair of socks.
Wow. I used to cook food for the homeless people.
Where was it at?
Bondi. It was I can't remember the name now, but I was doing it for community service.
We don't say that word on camera, mate. You're a good bloke. You did it voluntarily.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, hello. We've got is that somebody coming up? No. It's where is it? I'll put that subscription up. There it is. Somebody want to click on the link? You can come in and say hello. Chris is constantly. Hi, Levi. What's he say? I can't see it.
Hi, Levi. Sorry to hear that. I hope she heals and recovers from this terrible atrocity. I hope so too. I might go see her soon. Oh, it's just crazy.
But it's funny. It's not funny in the funny sense word, but the amount of people that have been coming through here, and as people constantly watch and see the buses going past, people are just doing their normal lives. The whole of Westfield is closed down. It's even on Google Maps, temporarily closed. So whoever put that up, I don't know. I mean, or how? I mean, how do you start up a business and get your name put on Google Maps? I mean, I wouldn't even know how to do that. This place here must be doing the. Listen, would you still like a cup of coffee? Come on, let's go and sit down.
All right, let's do it.
Come on. I'll shout. What else would I be? What do we do? Do we go and sit down or will they come out? You want to run in and ask and I'll grab a chair. That's a bit hot. Right. Got no really clean tables over here. Get a couple of chairs over here when they come back. And we'll sit out here and have a coffee. Let's go find out what's happening. Okay, what's happening?
I think they're going to come out and see her.
Right, that's okay, good.
Right.
Come on, let's go and have a seat. Yes, I'm still getting out my broken foot. I don't want to, yeah, I broke it beginning of November. Can you lift that up with me? I don't want to, that's better, be in the shade. Yeah, I don't want to be sitting out the hot sun anymore. Why don't you jump around this side? And then your girlfriend, sister?
A girlfriend, yeah.
Oh, he's in trouble, boys. He's got a girlfriend. He's definitely in trouble.
Thank you.
Thank you. We definitely don't want to plant in the road of our camera, do we, people? This is what you call hominoiding a stream service. Trying to make, this is the trick I learned. You've got to put 2 coffee sugars underneath the phone. When I first started off, and I never had anything else but a phone, or else your microphone gets blocked.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Yes. So is that showing over there?
I think it's blocked by the fence.
It's blocked by the fence, is it?
Or maybe if we're not using these cups, can you sit it on there against this?
No, it's a bit far over. But anyway, doesn't matter. Did you want to sit round here? Unless you want to be in camera all the way. Oh, come on, just a big smile. Now, what was that you did? Right. Large flat white for me. Thank you.
No, that's all right. Yeah.
You what? I didn't hear.
I said flat white with 2 sugars and 2 sugars.
Oh, yeah. I need. Right. You want something to nibble on? You want serve with chips and gravy or something, or hamburger?
Thank you very much.
Right.
You're
Okay.
fine.
That's all right. Now, anybody on the stream, would you like a cup of coffee? Well, you're not going to get one from me. Go and turn your own kettle on. Sorry. I work miracles, but I don't do impossibilities. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I walked over there and I thought it was a New South Wales Premier. And I said, oh, that's funny. There's no security guards around. It's just a police chief sort of guy. And he said, no, I know I look like him. He said, but I'm not Chris Minns. I'm the opposition leader.
No.
It's on this live stream. So people, if you want to see it, rewind it back about 20 minutes. And I thought it was Chris Minns. He looks very similar. Same haircut, same coloured suit. And of course, I'm 63 without my glasses on. I mean, Donald Duck looks like Mickey Mouse, so it's sort of, I done a blooper on camera. I just hope everybody out there enjoyed it. Yeah, so you want to come out there on the chat of this live stream, you want to ask a question, please do. Or send a message or whatever. You pull your phone out, I'll give you my direct number. If you've ever done any camera work?
I haven't, but I can if you want me to.
Yeah, you can, because I've got a bucket up good. So
No problem.
Chris up there used to do it for me, but he kept sleeping in all the time.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding, because I know he's there listening. In you, Chris. I'll just put it this way. And then don't say my first name on camera. How do you save that? Oh, save? Done.
Phone number?
Yeah, I did that. There it is there. Don't say my first name. Right.
No problem.
You can see why I don't want you to say it, because I'll be telling you to do that.
Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, somebody's from Mawilumba, originally from Tweed Heads.
Well, who's that?
There it is.
Me. Yeah, Chris. Yeah. What's it got on there?
Mawilumba is in Mawilumba.
Yeah, he's in Mawilumba. Yeah, that's where I was. I used to live with Chris.
Oh, did you? I'm from Tweed Heads, originally.
Really? Which part of Tweed? Come on.
Nora Point.
Ah, he's a Banora Point bitch. Yeah,
I used to live in Taranaki.
she's a Terranora terror.
Yep, I agree.
I can tell you some stories about Banora Point. Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
Hang
yeah.
on. Something's going on. Oh, big. What?
It's going to take some pictures, I think.
Come on. Okay, we'll get you to do a dance, please. Come on, you're on camera. Da 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 da. Oh, come on. Da 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 da. No, it is bright down here.
It's such a dull day.
So what are you doing for work?
I was studying real estate.
That's a good business.
Yeah.
Yep,
Thank you.
just got to pay for it.
I've just finished my real estate course.
We'd have had the right card out, wouldn't we?
I think that one on camera.
No, yeah, well, I did that once,
No.
and yeah, and I left $10 on the card. I did it. Hey, people on YouTube too. I did that for an experiment. I
Oh, look, there's bright spot.
where? Oh God! Oh, they're in the black car. Leave them there. Only time I want to see them is when there's a riot.
That's right.
Have you ever been? You want a bit of water? So you always serve the ladies first.
Yeah.
So definitely see the girls first. Yes, you've got to feed the ladies first. Then you serve yourself. Oh, sorry, I thought that was your sister sitting next to me. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't you? I love doing that old joke. I used to work with a guy, and his last name was Fish. Fish, like a swimming fish. Yeah. So we used to call him Fish and Chips. And of course, if you read my last name but don't say it,
Yeah.
you can imagine the words he made up. It's terrible, yes. And then it's quite surprising, how many people from your school days you remember gave you all these horrible nicknames. And later on in life, like me, I run into them. And,
Makes you think.
yeah, the favourite one they gave me was,
No. Some people are nasty.
that was nasty.
That was.
The guys had that was Glenn Ford. Yes, like Ford the motor car. Yes, Glenn. I still haven't forgotten you. 50 years ago, giving me that lovely nickname.
What's your nationality?
Oh, that's a really to the bone. Right. Okay. What's yours first? And I'll tell you mine because you won't believe me. Flat, white, large.
No, regular one.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I'm South African, Croatian, and Australian.
He's like a bloody zebra. He's got 3 stripes on him. He's South African, Croatian, and Australian. Don't you mean mum or dad was South African and then the other one was Croatian?
Oh no, my dad's South African, Croatian, and my mum was from Bankstown.
Oh, sorry, but that's a bit of a hypocritical statement. You're Aussie from Bankstown, but it's mainly Greek and Lebanese, Italian, and Chinese. But when you say Australian, I refer to the white colony Australian.
Yeah, my
Because
mum lives in Menango. You know where Menango is? Out in the bush.
yeah, I know where Menango is. It's out the northwest.
Yeah, I think something like that. Very far inland though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I previously said to people listening on the show, the show, I first started off doing YouTube, doing all the disused railway lines throughout New South Wales,
Yeah.
and Menango had a railway station.
Did it?
So yes, I've been there.
Wow. I've never been there.
Hey?
It's like when they were recruiting.
Oh, the Indian guy.
Yeah, I think he's with Channel 9.
I think he is with Channel 9.
It's crazy how long somebody can stay on the story for. Stay on the story.
This guy here you're talking about,
Yeah, that's him.
he looks like he's been here last night.
Oh yeah. I don't think he left.
He actually reminds me of a guy I know called Mitchell Newell, and he always, yeah, here, get the sugar into you, and you gotta pump up those muscles, mate. I mean, 18 and you're only that big, Listen, here, look, we'll pack some underneath the skin, and we'll put these ones in your thighs. That might pack you up a bit. Considering I got an artificial leg, I can make all these muscle jokes. Well, artificial knee, not a leg. And I've got to get my right knee done soon. And as I said earlier, I was getting over a broken foot.
What happened?
Well, I left Chris's house up in Mawulambar, a lovely place. And I come down here and I had to move my trailer with all my stored furniture in off the farm because the thieves have found that and they were trying to break into it. So, and of course they already got the bottom tailgate open, and of course I had to. Have you got any garlic bread? Yeah, serve a garlic bread. Yeah, just tap that. And of course, I already got the bottom tailgate, the trailer down, and they're trying to steal that. I had camera gear and generators, inverters, and welders, and the whole workshop. It was tens of thousands of dollars, and they tried to get that. So then two other friends got it out of the yard, and we drove away with it, and we had to tie the tailgate up so nothing would fall out. But because I moved back from Mawulambar, I didn't have a house in Sydney. So I had to pay for a storage facility. And the two friends that were with me weren't going over that direction. So I had unloaded by myself. So, of course, when you pick up a cabinet and not realise it's full of stuff because you loaded it up 18 months earlier, I put my foot. How do I do this? Can I borrow your foot? Yeah. Right. I put my foot underneath the thing like that. Now lift, and that's how I broke my foot.
No.
I broke it in this top joint. Yeah.
It would have been painful.
So I didn't break my toes. I didn't break it from underneath. I broke my foot because I tried to lift, and those bones are meant to go around something. And here I am pushing on them, and it went like that, and I. That way, yeah. You might say I broke the chicken leg. You know when you get a chicken drum and you crack it? Yeah, that's what I did. No, it broke the knobs off the end of the bones. And yeah, well, I didn't know that either till 4 months later. Pighead and me decided to go to the hospital. And they said, you broke your foot back in November. So November, December and January, February, and then until I got booked in was mid-March, they done an X-ray, an MRI, and they said, "Oh, back in there for another X-ray." And then they found a lump of metal in my heel, and I said, "What's that from?" They said, "We've got no idea." So I found a piece of metal in the back of my right heel, which has been there for 20 years or 30 years, and I broke the bones on the front of my ankle on my foot. And I'm wondering why I'm walking around going, I feel like I'm walking on razor blades. But I was still big-headed and stubborn, which is like while I do this YouTube, that's big-headed and stubborn. I mean, if I wasn't big-headed and stubborn, I wouldn't be sitting here doing this because I want to do it. I've already had 3 messages come up on the phone saying, can you come down to Cronulla? Can you come over? No, I'm doing this. For my viewers and everybody else. That's better. She's standing up now. I didn't think that was appropriate, her bending over on the camera. No, you've got to have a camera etiquette. Catching somebody in a position where they're, let's say, vulnerable while they're vulnerable, because they're vulnerable because she's upset, people died, but also vulnerable because she was silly enough to wear tight shorts and then bend over in a place full of media cameras. Yeah, I mean, that's just silly. You should have thought of something, you know. Oh, we're getting more and more junk put up here around us. So this is really going on. There you go. Now, would anybody here like to talk to you? Because I'm going to try and eat my coffee before I drink my coffee, not eat my coffee, drink my coffee. Hang on, I'll put him on. Do you want to be on camera or do you want to film your girlfriend while you're talking? There you go.
I don't mind.
There you go. Now, if you want to change it, no, if you want to face you, see, I teach everybody. This is what I love doing. More. Then you go settings. Then you go camera. Then you go this one. See, that's facing back, facing front. So let's say 2 and 3. And then it comes on.
Wow.
And then you go back that way. See, there we are.
I only ever go live on Instagram.
Get that away. Stay here with us. There you go. So now that's you.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Well, here we go. She's a guy that was standing there looking at a memorial, and now he's holding a YouTube live stream with 100 and how many people?
175.
Halfway
Wow.
around the world.
Well, if you guys want to comment anything, if you want to jump in the live,
Talk to
feel
him.
free
I'm
to
trying
send
to
a request.
I mean, there's not going to be any fireworks here. There's not going to be, you know, it's a memorial. It's sort of, some
Yeah.
people sort of, I think some people think there's something is going to happen.
Yeah,
It's a memorial. It's people are coming in here to pay their respects.
that's right. And there's a lot of police everywhere. I was just down in Bondi, and there was so
Hang
many
on,
police.
hang on. You remember you're also talking to people all the way around the world. When you say down in Bondi, you got to remember there's North Bondi, South Bondi, Bondi Beach, Bondi Central, Bondi Junction.
That's right. Down in Bondi Beach, filled with police cars, highway patrollers. They think
Right.
something else is gonna happen. I think.
Yeah, because the guy, well, if that's the case, they must know something.
Yeah. Well, didn't they say that the guy that
Yeah,
they
he was
got-
shot dead by a female police officer.
Yeah, that guy. Didn't he say they say he was like a terrorist or he was known to the police?
No.
Or- no.
He might have been known, he's not
He's
a terrorist. Well, one, terrorists that don't go walking around wearing Australian football jerseys.
Mhm.
I mean, usually they wear black. Is my persona of a terrorist.
Yeah.
Wearing black or a blue jumper and a backpack and something like that. This guy was clearly running around in his. That's what I think of.
Yeah.
Mental health
Very
issues.
poor mental health.
He probably spaced out. Somebody probably. I'm going to surmise. Blame me if I'm wrong. I'm going to surmise he had his mental health issues, schizophrenia, bipolar, bad depression. Probably somebody gave him a good dose of ice
Mm.
or a good dose of narcotics or something, and it tripped him out and blew him out so far he just went ballistic. Now there was a 6 prisoners escaped from Pennsylvania in a prison,
Really.
and they basically come undone because when they got down to Texas, they overdone the drugs.
Oh.
And one guy got caught at the bus station off his face, and the other guy couldn't even drive the car and ran into a tree, but then come back the other 4. And anyway, they eventually all got caught.
Oh my gosh.
But they were all sitting there for 5 days, high on ice, several years back. So if anybody in Pennsylvania and America knows that story, you can leave me a comment about the 6. Yes, thanks. The 6 escapees from Pennsylvania prison. They dug a tunnel out into the workshop.
Oh, and they were filming themselves breaking out. That one.
No, they weren't filming it.
No.
But
Let's have a
it
look.
wasn't a document. What are you doing? Oh, you're trying to feed the trying to feed the food.
Anyone want some garlic bread? Oh, well, guys, we would like to see some comments. How are you feeling about the situation? Oh, goodness. Let us know where you guys are watching from. If you're
Yeah,
from
come
Australia, from America.
Hey, come on there, anybody? No, just Chris. You can see the camera in.
Oh, can I? Oh, God, I'm not
No,
sure.
back down there.
More?
Setting. Camera. Hello. This dude. Pull it up. There you go. Just stand
Ah,
up if you want.
let's have a look. Wow. So many flowers, so many people. We're just at the Bondi Junction memorial of everyone that sadly got stabbed. 7 people passed away. Just insane. Can't believe it. Wow. So many news crews. And here we have the star of the show.
Thanks. Made me
Wow. You alright?
Yeah, go on, put it on me. Go on.
That's alright. Get it up first.
He's trying to choke me by making me laugh while I'm eating my garlic bread.
Oh gosh, that wasn't
He's trying to take out my channel. That's what he's doing.
No, I would never.
No. I think you'd be good on audio. You reckon? I tell you what, how about we arrange a day? Have you got a camera and a microphone at home on a computer? Or a laptop with a built-in computer,
Yeah.
microphone? Either that or else we could do a live stream from my phone.
Alright, yeah. Happy to do that.
The station I'm on is on the Bondi Junction Junction.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say because this is live.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, he's. Oh. Open up.
Time for this, there's people around and they're like
Yeah, I know.
speaking about this so not okay.
No, my friend's mum was one that got stabbed. I know. I'm just doing a live stream.
Yeah,
It's
but
okay.
it's
No, it's okay. It's fine. See you guys. Thanks for that.
Yeah. Anyway. Who was she?
Okay, cool.
But what she's got to remember too, it's still a public place. I mean, you and I can have a private conversation, have a joke. We were joking about what the garlic bread.
Well, we're
And-
not laughing
and-
about this stuff. This is
Yeah, well,
actually
well, see, you're touchy nerves, but we weren't joking about that
important.
because there's the garlic bread that I stuck in your mouth and you made me laugh. I mean, I get her point, but still, she's also got to control her emotions too. Just because other people still get on with their lives, it doesn't mean we're being disrespectful.
Right.
You were talking to me with garlic bread, and everybody on here has seen it.
Right.
And they can rewind this and judge it for themselves. But we said nothing disrespectful to the people that died.
We would never.
No, it's
All respect
he
for
was
those
talking
people.
about feeding me and garlic bread and on the channel and his girlfriend. It's got nothing to do with him.
Mm.
If we could have been walking over there going past. I mean,
Mhm.
it's not our fault they put a memorial here. If we were walking past and she heard that conversation, we were laughing. Well, it's not our fault they've got a memorial here or anywhere else or on whatever other occasion.
If they didn't want us talking, they would have closed the cafe.
That's right. And that's what we do. Who was the lady anyway? Where's she gone?
Is it their mum?
And whereabouts did she come from?
Right here. She was obviously like sitting there listening.
Oh, yeah, of course. Should have filmed
She
her.
would have known like without
So that's where she was sitting, right there.
yeah,
Oh, well.
some people. She came up and she was like, "Okay, this is like a serious time. Stop laughing and joking." Like, and I was just some people,
Yeah, it's just sitting there. Yeah.
I don't know. I get it's a tough time and all.
Well, see, they might have, yeah, but see, some people are just, I might get a backlash of this, but I'm really going to say it. I always speak my mind. Please respect me. Some people are so far up their own bumholes, it's not funny.
I agree.
The whole world does not stop for anybody.
Right, keep going.
Now, if she's upset about 7 Australians being killed here, let's go back in history a little bit. Is she upset about all the Jews that died in the Holocaust? Is she upset about how many kids have died in Palestine? How many Jews died in Palestine October 7 last year? No. She's only upset because it's right here in her door.
Right, and we're sitting here having a conversation.
That's right.
Like, wow.
I'm upset about all the people dying in Palestine, in Israel, and all over the world, even in America. When somebody dies over there through stupidity or neglect, or so, I hate it. That's why I do the food things I do. I like to see people. I'm going to ask you a favour.
Yeah.
Can you see over there? There's a black bag with coals written on it.
Yep.
Can you go and grab it? That's mine.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, thanks. Now, if I was, no, you got to go the other way. You got to go that way. No, not you. He's going to get my bag. It's been over there for an hour. Now, the 176 people watching us, you can say, what? My bag has been sitting way over there since I left it there, since I walked that way filming the Prime Minister or coming down here, and that was over an hour or so ago. We've been going for 1 hour, 48 minutes. So it's been over there for an hour and a half. This is the honesty in people around Bondi Junction, around this memorial. You wouldn't dare see a thief around here at the moment. Well, one, so many police. B, it'd be a bad case to try and do a crime because everybody here would just jump on you. And it's not really the Aussie thing to do. And he's going to die of shock. Where?
Just the table.
Oh, don't point at her. Yeah, right, yeah. Okay, yeah, I got the idea. I've got an idea who. Yeah, I love myself. She says be respectful, and she's got the minimum amount of clothing on possible. Really, at a memorial.
With all the cameras.
A white cotton, would that be a cotton skirt? It's not a dress, it's a what? It's a dress, but it's high up,
Yeah.
a bare back, and let's just say mostly revealing. Let's just put it that way. And we're still getting the dirty eye from grandma or mum. Yeah, that's what people are like.
Can't change anybody.
I know what happened.
And 175 people, so what happened?
Yeah. We forgot to buy her a coffee. That's what it was.
I wouldn't buy somebody a coffee for disrespectful like that.
Oh no, I mean before she said it.
Oh yeah.
You're loving this here with me, are you? You know what the funniest thing was? When I had a major accident once, and I woke up in hospital, and they had me in a neck brace for 3 weeks. And the doctor walked in and he said, "Oh," he said, "we've done X-rays and blah blah blah." And my brother sitting there and other friends was way younger. And I turned around and I said, "Doctor, did you do an X-rays of my brain?" And the doctor said, "No, why?" "Well, you better check to see if I've got one in there." And this is when I'm lying there, all, bandaged up and neck braces, and guys, I'm cracking frigging jokes.
Oh.
Yeah, I was a victim. I copped a spanner when I was driving, and this guy drove up beside me, and from the passenger side window, he threw this L-shaped tire lever, and it went through his window into my open window and cracked me right. You can hold that around there. He cracked me right in the side of the head.
Oh yeah, you can see it. Oh
Yeah, there's still a lumpy sort of thing there.
yeah.
And that was when I was 18. So what would that be? 60, 70, hang on. 79. 1979. So I was born in 61, right? Okay, everybody knows my birthday now, right? It's in January 61, right? I'll accept belated birthday cards. How many times is this Indian guy going to go past the town? I think he's. Hang on, who's this guy? Oh, hang on. This is
I see these two around here.
yes, they're two brothers, and it's not down. Is it Down syndrome they got? Oh yeah, I think it's Down syndrome. They were around here when I still drove a cab, but they were kids.
Wow.
I stopped driving a cab back in 2000. So they would have been 20s. His brother would have been about 22. I think he's about 40 something, and he's about 46, 48. So a lovely pair of guys. And if I'm not allowed under taxi law, even though I'm no longer driving, where somebody lives, and that's even just rude.
Yeah.
But they're not far away. Let me just put it that way.
Alright. Yeah,
But it's very nice to see even people with Down syndrome coming in and showing their yeah.
Great.
A lot of people with a lot of mental issues tend to keep away from these sorts of things because they think they're going to get into trouble. I had a guy got on the train elevator there the other day on a railway station, and he put his face up against the wall while the elevator went up and down. And only when the doors open would he turn and walk out. And even then, he'd only walk out when everybody left. But he made sure he was the first one to walk in. He actually pushed his way past me with a broken foot, but I still had my boot on. And I said, "What's your problem, mate?" And then I realised he went down to the back of the elevator and he stood there, people, and he went like this. He looked at the wall.
Close.
Yeah, like that, like
yeah.
as close as that. He just looked at the wall. Yeah. I don't know what sort of thing he had. It's the first time I've ever seen him.
I'm gonna take the popcorn and put it over.
No, I don't think so. I'm probably gonna have another coffee. You want another coffee? You want another? You want a proper? Yeah, you talk a minute. I got a mouthful of.
Yeah, I think they're about to start going live. These guys here.
Oh, what time is it?
It's
Uh,
3:17.
It's our pre-recording for the 5 o'clock news.
Oh, do they? All right.
They record it now in case they do a blooper, and then they got to edit it, and then 5 o'clock news comes on, that's what they're going to be saying.
Oh,
What's the grey ghost over there? What's his name? He's a news reporter.
which one?
The grey ghost.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah,
Isn't
I'm
he
not too
channel?
sure. Normally they have it on the camera. But
I know, but isn't he channel? No, he's not channel 10. He's not 9 or 6. He might
he
be
might be 7. Oh yeah, look at the microphone on that camera there. I think.
9. Nine's
that
in his
it?
hand. Look,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, he's channel 9. Yeah, I knew
Does
he
look
was
a bit familiar.
I knew he was a reporter, but they always
Yeah.
look different off camera.
Yeah. Wow. So sad.
What? Oh,
All of this, yeah.
also
insane.
camera.
Oh no, not the camera.
Oh, God, what was that about him?
I mean, he does have a long look on his face, though.
No, he's perfect. Cool.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Warlock Hay is halfway down here and turn left.
She's going to do her nails.
We'll go and get them done. We'll stay here. You got enough money to pay for them? Yeah. We'll take it out of his bank if you don't. I'm not generous. Take it out of his bank account. I mean, I don't mind giving away his money.
No.
Oh, I'm jealous. I don't get a kiss. Oh.
It's all right. We'll find you someone on the stream.
Just make sure it's not a bulldog.
I know Bulldogs.
No. Bulldogs are
We're
sloppy.
Rabbitohs supporters here.
You better explain that to everybody else around the world.
Who's walking? Oh no.
Okay, what you do, you put your camera back this way. See, that's what I think.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
I think that's why we've got so many people still watching us and they haven't got bored and walked away is because
200 people. Yeah. You can say something if you want to say.
they are. Sorry.
Oh no.
Oh, this is New South Wales Police Commissioner. Stand up. She's giving a moment of silence, so don't go talking. Just stand up. New South Wales. Just look. These are their top.
Oh.
New South Wales.
So this is the New South Wales Government General in the red top. This would be the Police Commissioner. Wow. Oh. Wow. I think she's writing a letter. Writing her condolences. Wow. We're gonna be on the news again. Wow. Just having a moment of silence, guys. Nobody's really talking. They're just finding their They're formed, so we're going to put down the flowers now.
No, you can put the camera on me for a minute. Okay, that was a New South Wales Governor General, or some people say Attorney General, which is the Governor General. I formerly used to drive Sir Roden Cutler. He was the New South Wales Governor General back in the 1990s. Before he passed away, I was his official driver. So, that's another thing about Mr. Homidoid is that I have been around with the high and the mighty and the low and the poor. So, as I say, anywhere, anytime, anybody, anything. But Sir Roden Cutler, he used to live just up the road up here, Vaucluse. And there's Sir Roden Cutler House in Hay Street, Sydney. His first name is Roden, Roden. Some people used to say Roden or Rodney, or no, it was Roden Cutler. He lost his left leg in World War II, and he got several medals, Medal of Honor or Purple Hearts or whatever you want to call them, and he became the Governor General. So I was privileged to take him and his wife home, and even after he died, I still was able to take her home and out occasionally when they wanted to go out, because you had to be, even though I was a taxi driver, you had to have a clearance. Even though cab drivers have got New South Wales police clearance, you still had to be cleared by the cab company. Can I get another large black white, please? Yeah. And another bottle of water, too, please. Thank you very kindly. And I used to take her in and out, and she was a former Governor General, wife of the Governor General. One or two other people. Do you remember Nelson Mandela?
Yeah. Nelson Mandela, I Have a Dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I picked him up from the Intercontinental Hotel in Sydney.
Really?
When he was here in Australia.
The one in Double Bay? Intercontinental, or the one in the city?
No, the one in the city.
Oh, yeah.
On College Street.
Yep.
And I took him. We actually done a bit of something like this. Put the camera around so we can look through.
I'll move your car.
Like that. Right. Anyway, what we did was this. The Intercontinental was here, and they thought he'd come out here and got in this limo, and he drove this way. But actual fact, he come out the back door and got in my cab, and we went this way, and out the back door went this way, and this car went out there and went down this way, down on Alfred Street, Circle the Quay. And I took him up this way, and back up, and we done the old switcheroo. And of course, it was very fun seeing Nelson Mandela wearing a Australian hat.
Bucket hat?
No, a Cobra.
Oh, wow.
And a pair of sunglasses. So, but the double lookalike went out into the limo, and of course, as we used to call them, the vultures, followed, and us cab drivers, that's what we used to call the media, the vultures. Because every time we're driving down the road and something happened, you see the vultures come in swooping, and then they cause a traffic jam until the police arrived, and then they got them out of the road, then we could go back to work, so we call them the vultures. Now, here I am being a vulture. But anyway, not really. But Nelson Mandela, I took him up and around, down to Darling Harbour, round through Darling Harbour, back over the Western Distributor, down over the Harbour Bridge, back around Parliament House. Sorry, not Parliament, the Prime Minister's house, Kirribilli House, up around to Luna Park, and he laughed when he seen the Luna Park sign at Luna Park, bloke here with a big smile on his face. He thought that was great, and he liked that. And then I took him back down to the Sydney Harbour Tunnel, brought him back up around the back of Australian Parliament House, and took him up Quarry Street, round the front of Parliament House, and then round the back of it. There's a road round the back. And then you can see down into the Domain and over to Woolloomooloo.
Oh yeah.
Woolloomooloo and Garden Island. You could see all that. And then I said, would you like to go down there through King's Cross? And he said, like, even I've heard about that. So this is back in the late 80s. So I drove him down the main street of King's Cross.
Oh wow.
And there's these other, not so many black Africans, but obviously black Aboriginals, Australian, are walking down there. And they said this black fella sitting in a white cab driver's cab, in a white cab with a white cab driver, and he's got a Cuba hat on wearing sunglasses, but they can see his skin. And they said, that's a bit strange.
Yeah.
Yes. And they sort of like give me the funny look with two big security guards sitting in the back seat. And I drove down through the cross and down past the fountain, straight down Macleay Street, down Wild Street, back around through Garden Island, down Garden Island. And no, he did not go to Harry's Cafe to Wheels. He said, no, I'll give that a pass. And I agree with him because it's just too many people and it'd be too much of a security risk. And then we went back to his hotel.
And he was saying
a little bit of drive around the city.
Yeah.
He wanted to see the Queen Victoria building and things like that. The big sandstone, the gargoyles.
Yeah.
I said, well, you want to see gargoyles? I said, you should go to Broadway. And he said, what, Broadway the musical? I said, no, Broadway the road. And he went, huh? And of course, and I explained to him, and he said, oh, yeah, okay. And security went, oh, yeah, well, you know, this is your time alone.
Yeah.
Where he wanted to go, he could go.
That's right.
And there was no Governor General, no Prime Ministers, no Premiers around. It was his time alone. Because you got to remember, this guy spent a lot of time in jail in Africa under apartheid. And, I mean, really, if I was locked up over there under apartheid and I come out here to Australia, I want to have some time to myself too.
Of course, yeah.
You know, it's nice seeing the Premier and the Prime Minister and the media and the talk shows, but you still want your own time. You've been locked up. You've gone from 0, 0, 0 to boom, boom, boom.
Exactly. From zero to hero.
Right. Yeah. So he was a lot of fun. So who have you met?
Who have I met?
Yeah, come on.
I don't know. To be honest, I don't really have to think about it. I don't even think of anything off the top of my head,
Come on. Okay, what about who sings Midnight Oil? Who's the singer of Midnight Oil? Peter Garrett.
I think I've listened to it.
Midnight Oil. Down Under. Land Down Under.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Peter Garrett.
Oh,
Well, he only lives just up the road up here. I used to take him home.
You got some stories.
Okay. All right. Do you remember that there was a guy here in Sydney? He was a pizza guy on TV many years ago. Oh, no, you probably weren't even born. What's the pizza guy's name? Do you remember him? Doug the pizza guy. Well, he actually lives down the end of that street, down there on the right-hand side. He used to 20 years ago. Doug the pizza guy. Then he got busted for something and he almost went to jail. And he was always on TV, Doug the pizza guy. Anyway, yeah.
What was he doing special deliveries for the pizza?
I'll tell you, he had something special in the pizza. Yeah, anyway. Who else? Whoopi Goldberg. Now, come on, do you know Whoopi Goldberg?
I think I do. I think my mum's talking about it.
Her. Not a him, it's a her.
Oh my goodness.
He called Whoopi Goldberg a bloke. What do you mean, who's that? Whoopi Goldberg. The black female American actress. Starred in the TV show Purple, The Colour Purple. It's on Netflix at the moment, or YouTube. You've got Star Trek.
Star Trek, I know
Right. Okay. You know Captain Picard. Well, you know Captain Picard, and you got Data, and you got. Come on. Do you know the one I'm talking about? You know the Star Trek.
Let me Google it. Let me
Ah, you have to
Show
Google.
me Whoopi Goldberg. This one?
Yeah, there she is.
Let me see.
Star Trek. Go on.
Let's see her on Instagram. Oh yeah, of course. I don't know names. I know faces. That's
Well,
gets
she
me
was on
every
Star
time.
Trek.
Yep. All right. I do know now. Yes.
Well, I drove her around Sydney.
No.
Okay, if you Google her resume, you'll see that she was here in Sydney in 1993. Oh, it was during my time.
Whoopi Goldberg, Australia, 1993.
Go on, is it there? Put the question: when was Whoopi Goldberg in Australia? 92 to 93, and she stayed at the Intercontinental Hotel, and she went to Brisbane, and she did the gardens in Brisbane. She come to Sydney and done the art exhibition in Darling Harbour. Then she met me, and then she went down to Melbourne, and she done a lot of shopping, and she joked she was going to have to get another aeroplane to take back all her clothing with Bert Newton, the old moon face. Oh, the baby's doing very well. That's
I
say that
can't
again.
believe-
The baby that got go on.
Baby that got
the baby
baby that got
stabbed
is doing really well.
And the mum passed away.
The mum
and
passed
and the
away.
mum passed away. You're going okay. Now when was
Was
Whoopi?
that when she was in Australia?
Yeah, you're talking about 30 years ago. I mean, she had a lot less fat on her face. Well, she's got fat. Well, I mean, look at me. I got fat. Yeah, that's her now.
Is that her now? Whoopi Goldberg. When was she in Australia?
Yeah, that's the question. Go on.
I don't even say.
Well, she was. Because when she talked to Bert Newton on the midday show back in 92, 90,
Oh, 1986. Or was that too far?
no, it couldn't have been 86. Oh, yeah, she might have been here then. Yeah, go on. Okay, read the story.
Oh no, it's a video. It goes for 22 seconds. Whoopi Goldberg against Flash. I'm not too sure.
Well, you find it. You find it. I'm pretty sure because I picked her up in a white Sport XE, which didn't come out to 1987, and then it was stretched, and then it was on the road, and it retired in March 1993. So it might have been 92 I picked her up.
Goldberg.
They set up GoFundMe. The baby.
They set up a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they've raised $62,270 out of
Wow.
100,000. It's over 1,100 donations.
Look at the camera.
I hate
Yeah,
being
no,
on
no,
camera.
just say it
I hate
again.
it.
There you go. Talk louder. It's on him now.
They raised so far for the mother who passed away. They've raised $62,270 out of $100,000 for the target,
Wow. I reckon
with
they'll
over
reach it.
1,100 donations. Yeah.
Wow. They're trying to get the mum $100,000.
Well,
If you
look,
know.
how about if we take you out, your girlfriend and I put you on the market, and we'll rent you out. Now, $1 an hour or $1,000 an hour? How much do you think we get for it? Universal slave, yeah, universal slave, but no sex. He's got to clean cars, wash floors, clean toilets, wash old men's backs in the
25 an
shower,
hour.
wash old men's backs in the shower. Yeah, geriatric men I'm talking about, you know. Not me, older than me.
Older.
Scrub the cat, feed the dog, run the
Yeah.
horse,
Outdoors.
catch the horse, wash the pig.
So we're going back to Moolumba.
No, we're just going back to Bondi Beach.
How many get to see a horse in Bondi.
Yes, and we rent you, we make some money, and then we'll be right. Anyway. Enough of that stirring around. All right. Okay, we still got 177 people. That is 177 on my classified.
Yeah, it's gone up.
It's gone up. Oh, geez, we must be doing a bad show. Anyway, it's a memorial. The flowers certainly have gained. That tree, it was only two or three rows thick. Now it's about 7. You've heard what she said about 60, what? 4,000? 66,000. Here, can you hold that on top? I can't put sugar in my coffee. Oh, right, okay. Now, this is how Australians put sugar in the coffee, right? And then we put it in here, and then we keep it in there. Yeah. God, I don't. What am I going to do? Oh, listen. Why do Australians wear magnets on their shoes?
Why?
So we don't fall off the planet because we're down under.
That's
Terrible.
a dad joke. That's
Yeah,
a
that
dad
is
joke.
a great granddad joke.
A great granddad joke. Mate. That's classic.
Okay. All right. All right. True or false? Let's see if you can tell if I'm telling you the truth or a lie. Right? True or false? When I was a kid, I had a pet duck. That duck had 3 legs.
Did you live in Sydney?
Yes.
Say false.
True.
No. You had a duck with 3 legs.
I had a duck with 3 legs.
No. How did it have 3 legs?
I don't know. I was only 8 at the time when it was born.
What? Do you have a picture?
Jake won.
There's the receipts. Yes.
Ooh.
Jake
Interesting.
Weinberg spoke to the news.
Who?
Jake Weinberg.
Oh, Jay. Show me.
Who's Jake Weinberg? Is he the footballer?
Oh. Yeah, that's my friend's brother.
Oh, well, put him on the
I can't see. Lift it up.
You can't see anything.
square it up, square it up on the top of it. You can't
Still changing thinking of it now. It's probably horrible experience for my whole family, my dad and my 2 siblings. It was a horrible feeling, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Yeah, yeah, it's a surprise. You know, you see these things on the news, and and you wouldn't think it would happen to in the area where we live, especially your own mother.
Wow.
And your mum's recovering, she's okay. What do you have to say?
Yeah,
Where
I'm
was
happy.
this year?
I'm happy that she's alive. There's 6 people, 7 including the Joel, the guy who did it. But definitely counting our blessings that she's still here and alive and breathing and still with us.
And have they given you any?
What was that? The guy who did it.
Yeah, she'll be okay. Just it'll be a slow process.
Wow. That's crazy. That was my friend's brother talking to the news.
Now you explain it to them.
So basically, he was just letting everyone know that his mum is all right, and
Now he is your friend.
no, his sister is my friend.
So in other words, he's your friend through your sister.
Yeah, yeah.
In other words, he's still your friend. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really talk to Jake though. I talk to his sister. Yeah. So yeah, he was just saying that 7 people died, including Joel, the guy that did it. And it was just,
Joel, the guy that did it.
Yeah, the guy's name was Joel.
When did they work that out?
This morning.
Well, thanks for telling me.
Where-
I've been sitting here all day wondering, who was he?
It was from Toowoomba. 40-year-old man.
40-year-old man from Toowoomba in Queensland.
Yep.
I moved down here a month ago. And let me guess, he was around here somewhere?
Yes, Bondi. Yeah, Bondi. I think
He was in
posted on
Bondi.
his Facebook just before he came to Bondi Junction. He said that he was going to Bondi Beach today. Oh, was it?
All right.
And then
No, she likes to do it correctly.
yeah, 6 days ago, he said he was coming to Bondi and he wanted to learn how to surf. And then I don't know, he must have had a mental breakdown and then just came here and went berserk.
Well, I wonder if my cousin Gregory's watching this because he used to live in Toowoomba, and now he's over there in England. So hello to Gregory in England, if you're out there.
Hey, Greg.
Yes, he's
That's my brother's
he's happily married now,
My brother's name's Greg.
but I bet your brother doesn't have a husband. He does. Greg does. He's got a gay marriage in England. That's why they went over there to get married
Oh,
before Australian laws changed to catch up. So congratulations, Greg.
Congrats. Mazel tov.
Hey, if he doesn't marry her, I will. Now just think about the benefits. I won't be here much longer, and everything I've got you'll have, and then you can employ him to clean up after you. She's loving it. Look at the grin. She thought, oh, that'll be good. Have you as a servant. Oh.
She'd love that. Boss me around. She does that.
No, I promise you this. I'll hide the whips and the chains from her so she won't find them to use them on you. Yeah. No, anyway, let's get back to the. Oh, hello. Look at something else going on. So we're just trying to keep everybody entertained while we're waiting. Oh, that's nice. A guy actually done the Catholic cross in his chest. That's the first one I've noticed. I won't say I've seen. I've noticed. Right now, earlier on, I said to you, "Could you go and get my bag?"
Yeah.
And now, what did I say to you? I help and feed homeless people.
Yeah.
So, can you pull the box out of my bag?
Who do you want me to give this to?
It was a hot chicken and rice dinner for somebody. If I ran into them and they were homeless, I usually get about 6 of them. So I take them out and I give them out. So
There's normally a few
yes.
of
So
them.
there you go. There you go, people. Proof of the pudding. I do go out and I help feed the homeless people. And I just walk up and say, "There you go, mate. You're hungry?" And that's a spicy chicken wings and rice. It's not very much, but to some people, they've got nothing. And it's a Sunday, and after a tragedy, as you can tell, there's a lot of people and there's a lot of places not open. So if you like me to help the homeless people, you can pay link. What do they call it? Pay link sort of thing. Pay ID. There's 2 ways. If you're in Australia, you can pay ID on a mobile phone number of 0468 816 105, and that goes directly to Mr. Hominoid's Pay and Feed the People. Or if you're overseas, you can do it to the same account, Hominoids Australia, HOMINOIDS. Don't forget there's an S, Australia, @gmail.com. And that goes to an account, and all that money goes into there, goes to food, to the homeless people. It also gets donated also to the station. It's called the station, like the train station, but just the station. And that's on the corner of what? You're not going? 2 seconds. The station on the corner of Erskine and Clarence Street, Sydney, which also helps employment, medical bills, people seeing medical help, dental, psychiatric medications, antibiotics, and that's where that all goes. So Hominoids Australia @gmail or 0468 816 105, and you can, I don't know, somebody yelling at Channel 7.
I think that was the police officer.
Yeah, anyway, so if you want to help donate to help the homeless, feed some people, 0468 816 105 or hominoidsaustralia @gmail.com. And that's about it. Right. I hope somebody else come in there on the chat and give us a chat? I'm going to see if I can mute this for a minute. Okay. Stand by. I'm going to have a conversation with young fella. Hang on. Come on. Camera's not coming up. Come on. And I've got people coming in. You think I can get this thing to? Like we've got something. It won't be a second, people. Saying goodbye to Imperius. Isn't he ugly? He's got to go. She is running for Model of the Year. All right. Now, tell her she's lovely. I'm annoyed embarrassment. Anyway, Right, go on.
See you guys. It's not the last time you see me. I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, he's going to be back on tomorrow, the next day. We're going to get him washing a car. All right. You want to say goodbye?
Bye, guys.
All right, see you later. Right. We're about to get kicked out of here in 5 minutes flat. So I quickly got to drink my coffee. I'm going as quick as I can. Yes. I just had a bit of a chat. He's hopefully going to be coming in there and start working for me and helping me do camera stuff and filming. And he's actually from around the corner there from this corner. Look, painkillers. Damn it. Oh, hang on. No, they're in my pocket. Yeah, I've still got painkillers. Little what they call Advil. Take up the pain off my foot. Just got to find them. I want to have that in my cup of coffee before I go. The shop here is closing at 4 o'clock. People are still here. People are still going to be here all day and all night. The police are going to be here all night because they've got the flowers. She's obviously from overseas, and she's giving a isn't that good? You film another YouTuber. She's either Vietnamese or Thailand or something, and she's hello. You live streaming too? Oh, your daughter's in the Philippines. Oh. Well, here, tell your daughter you're on Mr. Hominoid. There you go. So look live. Hello, daughter. Yeah, look, Mum's on Mr. Hominoid.
Oh,
So look, there she is. She's on a live stream. Look here.
this is
Look.
heaven. It's freaking.
There's Mum.
Yeah, there's a.
Look, there's Mum. Mum's on a live stream. Oh, that's a bit of fun. She's talking to her daughter in the Philippines. Isn't it sad? It'll take something like this and all these people here get together. Okay, well, what can I say? All the important people have gone. Pigeon, you're too late. No, you missed out, mate. Sorry. Right. Let's have a afternoon Zoom. That's a police car flashing over there in the background. Is that? I don't know. Is that coming up on camera? Anyway, I'm going to get out of this guy's road. He's doing a great job. There goes my table. Thanks, mate. Anyway, they're closing up. I'm going to take my hobbly foot. I wonder if he's a real estate agent. He reminds me of that guy on $1 Million Real Estate on TV. You know, that they walk around those suits and clacky shoes. Yeah, Bondi Junction. Sorry, get you out of the sun. That's better. It's very surreal down here today. I mean, majority of all these people wouldn't be down here. But as I said, we can't get over there. I reckon I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's sort of, this whole thing catches you out. You just don't think it's going to happen in your neighbourhood. Now I know what all those American towns went through when they had the shootings and all that. Columbine is one that comes to memory, and all the other schools. And I remember one in Las Vegas with a guy who was up there in a hotel. I had a dream about that before it happened, and I thought, what am I dreaming about Las Vegas for? And some guy looking out a window, and then I sort of put it together. That's what I was dreaming about. But people say, "Oh, how could you dream about something in the future?" Well, yeah, and it's overseas. But the proof was, I told my brother about it, and he said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, I dreamt I was looking in Las Vegas down the main strip from a hotel, or some hotel." I said, "I presume it's a strip." And he pulled up on his phone a picture of it, because my brother been to Las Vegas. And he said, "Is that what you're looking at?" And I said, "Yeah, that looks like it." But what I didn't realise, I was looking back at the hotel where that guy was who shot the people. Not from the perspective what I saw, was from where he shot from, which is, instead of looking that way, I was looking that way. And it all makes you wonder, how do people do things like these? They go around and kill innocent people. They're just doing their shopping, walking with their baby. You know, grandmas, mothers, sisters, aunties, whatever other heading you want to give them, fathers, uncles, nephews, cousins. You know, why does this guy have to come down from Toowoomba to do all this? Oh, I've got the walkway open now. This is different. Hello, Mr. Poodle. Hello, Mr. Poodle's got a friend. It's Mr. Maltese Terrier. Oh, Grandma's got the headphones. Obviously lives in an apartment. Yes, this is all the manicured dogs. Can't you tell? They're all. He's got no idea how to control his dog. He should have let the dog sniff. Let dogs sniff each other. That's how they talk to each other. And they're not going to attack each other. There's just people around here, and man, that all just threw me off what I was saying. What was I saying? Yeah, it's sad. What happens to all the families? Looks like they've got the walkway open. I think that's family members. This is something new. I don't know what's quite going on, but we've got the public. I think the family members are going in. I'll say civilians, a bit polite word. Standing up there, I think it might be the civilians are getting. And you can't ask a copper because they just turn around and say nothing. Yes, that's called an omnibus. It's got the normal bus with an extra bus half on the other end. It's omnibus. Specifically used between the city, Bondi Junction, to Bondi Beach. 333, that's a run number. Yes, I know. Mr. Hominoid is a book of information on Sydney transport. As I said, I was a cab driver. I hold a bus authority, and I even drove a train. No, I'm not a train driver. My father was a train driver, but I used to drive a steam engine with my father and the diesel locomotives. So I've driven trains, driven taxis, and I've driven school buses and interstate buses, and I owned my own bus. Well, it was a motor home, decked out as a house. I did that for 17 years. So I've been a lot over Australia. Been right up to Cairns, Rockhampton, Serena, Toowoomba, even where this guy come from. I did the Toowoomba Flower Festival up there. Hello, we got, SES is coming in to give their condolences. State Emergency Services who responded to the attack. They also come in to assist. They're all volunteers. They don't get paid for it. It's a state emergency services. And we've got all the single stripe armbands. What's that? Tenet, I suppose. I don't know. I'm not into. They're now being escorted down by the area commander. SES would have been there to put up the petitions, put blankets up to keep people out from looking, clean up the blood after the forensics left. They also would have helped carry stretchers. They would have been asked to look for evidence, but don't touch it. They would have just blew a whistle or yelled out here if they found something, like a bloody handprint or blood stain somewhere, or in the first hour's response, they go in there as volunteers after the police secure a hostile or hostiles, I think is the terminology. SES workers have been attacked in the past after a situation has occurred like this, and unbeknown to them, there was another perpetrator. They have been attacked. So these are still, they're not police, they're just volunteers. And they go in there and help the police. They could carry you out from a bushfire. They can help you get out of a car wreck. They do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, heart, and everything else. These are the people that put their lives on the line for nothing. They don't. They only get paid volunteer costs, such as fuel, whatever. And like that guy there, I say he's given a lot of years. By the fade of his uniform, it's not bright orange, it's faded, and he's in his 60s. I'd say he's given a lot of time. These are the people that come out during floods, cyclones, droughts. They put tarpaulins on roofs of a house. They do all sorts of things for people. Giving a minute's silence. Two of the ladies are crying, especially the front lady. She's really crying. She must have been involved with the victims. There's some more locals come to pay their respects. There's a lot of Asian people come in today. Caucasian, Aboriginal. Every nationality has been here. Let the racists be damned. People are trying to make out this is a race attack. It wasn't. It was a guy from Toowoomba. It's not a racist thing. It's a guy from Toowoomba with mental health issues. Just goes to show how many people care who don't even know these people. That they were just living their lives, doing their shopping. We all survived COVID. We all survived day-to-day life. Remember those days in COVID we weren't allowed out? You're locked up in a house. Now look at us. We're swarming around in shopping centres like bees, and you think it's great. And this happens. Does it ever stop? Does sanity ever rule? Or is it insanity? Very young kids. I got a feeling they know a victim. The kid's crying. Little boy was crying. I'm not going to show a kid's face crying. Sorry. I refuse to show an 6-year-old kid crying. Sorry, I won't show. There's a certain amount of privacy, you know. Okay, may only be YouTube. I'm not a TV station, but even a TV station shouldn't show a 6-year-old, 5-year-old kid crying at a memorial in an open thing. You know, it's public. I still don't think it's right. You're going to embarrass the kid in his mind. People are still lining. Oh, there's the kid there. Come back around behind me. Yeah, sign the condolences book. Little boy in question sitting there at the table, standing at the table. Well, I will take the camera back a bit. Where- I've lost my picture. Yes, sorry about that. I dropped out. Hello. Okay, well, I'm going to finish up now, Mr. Hominoid. 2 hours, 53 minutes. There's all later. Hey, Mr. Hominoid, thank you for watching. mrhominoid@gmail.com, or if you want to pay ID, it's in Australia 61 468 816 105, or if you're in Australia, dial pay 0468 816 105, or pay ID hominoidsaustralia@gmail.com. And Mr. Hominoid, please like, share and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this tragic moment as far as enjoyed the day of watching it. Try to meet two lovely people, try to kill the time. Oh, right phrase. Try to pass the time. Shouldn't say kill. And that's about it. I mean, Mr. Hominoid, it's not a bad choice of words, that was. Trying to kill the time. God, we get 7 deaths. Oh, bad taste of humour. Wasn't humour. Blunder. Blooper. Anyway, we're going from Bondi Junction, Mr. Hominoid here in Sydney, Australia. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Bye.